Hello, I'm Debbie from Australia. This is probably take 57 because I keep forgetting to show the befores and afters. And then I get annoyed because I keep remembering that I haven't been showing the befores and afters, but we'll try one more time. Welcome. November was a busy month this year. This time of year is always busy for everyone. Lots to do, busy at work. Hubby had COVID. I didn't. I managed to survive. I tried working from home for 2 days. Absolutely hated it. When I got my negative PCR after day 5, I said, please can I come back into work? I'm not made to work from home. I don't like it. But not to worry. I did have 3 starts this month. I tell you, this backward stuff always gets me on my fringe. It's all right. I had 3 starts this month, which as of, well, it was only 10 minutes ago the first time I did this part of the video, probably from half an hour ago. They are all finished, ready to go in the mail tomorrow. I had 3 finishes, 2 of which I can show you. One that is a family piece that I'm hoping I can hand over at least within the next 5 years, but not to worry. I did 26,000 odd stitches over 17 projects for the month. My first big finish though was from Fox and Rabbit Designs, and it was the Botany Base Sampler. This was done by Margaret Begbie, aged 10, a little Scottish girl, I believe, after someone described to her the landing at Botany Bay. This is a big project. Big project. There she is, fitting in. A lot of freehand stitching here and there. A couple of specialty stitches. A nice border. I just decided that, you know, if I'm going to do, you know, I should do at least one sampler. I've done a few now, but reproduction samplers. I've done 2 now. Anyway, I would do one sort of based on an Australian topic, and this is the only one I've ever seen. So it is on 36 Legacy Linen from Picture This Plus. All called for floss, and I started it on the 16th of December 2019 and finished it in November because I didn't write the date down. So this will be the last time you'll see her in this format. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with her at this stage, but it's done. And before I forget, before and after, I had, I suppose it was sort of in 4, maybe 5 if you count the alphabet, 5 sort of pieces. I had the centre motive, another sisal, and I think it was a lion beside that. There's a crown and bits and pieces in very pale stuff. I thought it was only a few stitches, you know, maybe 500. It ended up being 1,600 odd stitches to finish it, but she's finished for the month. Next is a very small finish. This is from Cricklewood Crossing, called Land of the Dead, from a series, I believe, Gone to a Better Place series. I haven't seen any of the other ones, but this one tickled my fancy. I started this at the Vic Stitches retreat down in Victoria on the 21st of May this year. Again, finished it this month. Last month, November. And that is done on 28 count silver blue from Permanent Copenhagen linen. Beautiful linen to work on, beautiful blue colour. It is really lovely. Nope. before and after. I had the green fill in, the tree, the flag, the spider. That's all I really had to do. I think the green was a challenge for Down Under Divas. And one thing I have noticed is a lot of the projects I'm finishing this month would have been really good for next year, because the Down Under Divas have released the first 5 months of their challenges, and I keep thinking, if I'd not finished that. But such is life. We will just have to start new projects. We're on to our whips now. The starts I can't show you because they're gifts. This is a Stitch in Time artwork by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, super size max colours. Excuse me. I was never going to do a HAED, but this one, the minute I saw it, that was the end of me. And that is where I am currently up to. I still have not done that main panel. Doesn't look like there's much missing, but I reckon there's close to 1,000 stitches still to go in there. This is being done 1/1 on 32 count Evenweave. I am currently at 15%. I mean, it's so beautiful and colourful. This is the halfway panel. So I'm hoping to do a bit of I'm going to try and do as many challenges as I can on it to get some more work done on it next year. This is before and after. And this time, after what I was saying last time, they're the close-ups of that panel. So I have closed in or filled in a fair bit of it, but there's still a lot to go. Still a lot to go. I calculated there's well over 20,000 stitches just in that sort of rectangle. And like I said, I think at least there's at least 1,000 stitches to go to actually finish that panel. Next whip I worked on was from Mirabilia, Cathedral Wood Goddess by Nora Corbett. This is a lovely pattern. Now this one, I wasn't expecting it to be quite as wide as what it is. I thought it was going to be narrow, but really that's the width of her now. All those bottom flowers to at least here are done, I think, at least across here. I had a challenge to do gold stitching, so I finished off as much gold as I possibly can. There's still some water, Karen water lilies to go in there, but it is very beautiful. That is being stitched on a Mookaite stone, which is a 32 count Wexwood linen, which is an Evenweave linen. I started this on the 28th of the 1st, 2022. And once I get this done, she's not going to take very long at all. I have been, I like to do the bottom first. I'm looking at the picture, yeah, seeing her arms and that. There's still a fair bit to go up to that brown part of her dress yet. So there's still a fair bit of the woodsy stuff to go. The pictures never do it justice, but it is really, really pretty in real life. I've done most of the batch stitching that I can, but it'll go all the way up to there, that stuff, sort of coming closer to her body as I go up the page. Before and after. You can see that I filled in back stitching all the bits and pieces, trying to fill from the bottom up, because I had to work on metallics, and I think there's 3 different metallics in that bottom part. I just did the extra stitches as extra stitching. My next one, now stitching, Mummy has mentioned this, Sarah's mentioned this. I am just about finished Christmas Elegance. Sarah and a group of friends are going to be starting this. I always have loved this one. I love the dark fabric that the lady showed us on Instagram that she's going to be using. My fabric was very close to what the picture looks like, but mine's opalescent, so I don't know if I'll have to put all those stars on. But basically I have finished all the stitching. If you look at all that bare fabric there, that is all beads. That's a hell of a lot of beads. I've done the metallics. So basically when I come back here, I'm onto the top part, and if you look at the top part, there is not much above her hands to go. Sorry. So it's mainly her head and the top of the lounge. Her head and the top of the lounge. So she's not far from being done at all. And like I said, with the sparkles, depending how they are, I may not even have to do them. I might just put a few of the star ones up and leave the little ones and let the fabric do the talking. Before and after, as you can see, was mainly the red, and I did a lot of metallic fill-in amongst the swirls of the dresses. But that, I thought it was a Santa sack. I don't think so now. I think it might be a sash on her dress. Because there's no toys coming out of it. It's just like there's sparkles and jewels sort of foiling from the wrapping of the present she's leaning on. So that's Christmas Elegance. The next one I worked on, this is just called on the website Snarky Pattern. I call it face control when I'm working on it or dealing with it. Now I'm just going to, if I do that you will see that. Down below it will tell you where that pattern came from. I list all the whips that I show you down below if you click the little triangle on the right hand side, and that is where I'm up to. So I've got a fair bit done on that. I think I just had to work on flowers or greenery. So it stitches up a lot quicker, and I'm leaving the white writing in the middle till the end. But there's more than half of that back pedal done. And I think everything up to that red flower that's got hollows in it, it's all done. It's flaring out a bit, but they've got the yellows. Oh, that's the light doing that. There are centres in those white flowers. They do have yellow centres. And there's several colours of the cream and white in there. This, as long as I'm still working, will be going to work. This is from OhMyStitchShop. That's where it's from. OhMyStitchShop on Etsy, all one word. I started this on the 12th of April this year. And it's just been done on 14 count black Aida. Before and after. So I did a fair bit on the left hand side. Next I worked on was Kringles. This is from Little House Needleworks. It was a UFO for a while, but I dug it out again. Now I can't wait to get it finished. I believe I'm on the last theme. I'm on the last couple of rows up the top there of the bricks. I've done all the mortar. I've got to fill in the bricks, then I'll do the roof, and then I'll come and do the fun pieces inside. I have done bits and pieces again for challenges, stitch on a tree. I couldn't help doing the pram when I was down there working on the black, and stitch on a reindeer for various things. I'm a lot happier with the Silks For You 070 black on this. And I'm actually using, for the green and the red, a Silks For You that came in the 12 Days of Christmas a couple of years ago. Just to brighten it a little bit. Before and after. So you can just see that I filled the mortar in under the 4 pylons of the 3rd level, and then did the mortar across the top while I was there and working on it. Next whip I worked on was Sydney. This is from Awesome Pattern Studio. Excuse the iPad. It's a colourful version, and that is where I'm up to. It's not far off a finish either. Couple more colours. I've got to work on colours this month. Some of them might actually work out and I might get it finished. We'll see. So that's Sydney before and after. So I filled in quite a few of the buildings, finished the rest of the Harbour Bridge, the far building on the right. I think up to the curve of the Harbour Bridge, it's pretty much done down the bottom. So it's just a few of those buildings in the background, and I will be finished. Next we have Tap Dancers from Long Dog Samplers. Now you'll know I do my whips alphabetically, and you might have missed a favourite that everyone likes on there. And if you follow me on Instagram, you do know I finished it, but I'm saving it because it was a December finish. I'm saving it for December. I had a couple of finishes in the first couple of days of December. Well, I've had 5. Today is the 7th, and I've had 5 finishes. So on a roll, but I think there may be 1, maybe 2 more, which would be nice. I love this one, and I'm using Silks For You on a Silks For You thread called PR132, which has a slight variation on it. Yes, that's alright, I thought I'd missed a picture. So that is where I'm up to, and just let me have a look. I'll be able to tell you I am up to 52% on this one. It is being done on 36 count ice blue from Zweigert, and I love it. The bagpipe sold me. My son-in-law plays the bagpipes. Lots of things in there, a lot of unexpected things in there, aeroplanes, helicopters, just beautiful, as per all her patterns. Before and after. It's funny how the photos never sort of do them justice, really. I try on different lights. Oh, come on, come and show everyone how unattractive you look. Come on, Dusty. Poor Darcy's been through the walls, and he's not looking his best at the moment. If I can grab him, if he comes in, I'll show you before I go. This won't be much longer. Long Dog Samplers, here he comes. This is Templar Prophecy. Another one I loved the minute I saw it. But come and say hello, show everyone how unattractive you are. Come on. Poor Darcy. Poor Mr. Darcy. Poor Mr. Darcy's. He's sort of been shaved here. He's been shaved there. He's been shaved down his front legs and under his little chin, and he's been in the walls, but he's a lot happier now. You're $1 million cat, aren't you? But they shaved all his tummy. This side, they left him like a mohawk down the back. Come on, show everyone your mohawk. You're a poor, unattractive looking fellow, and he knows he's unattractive. Poor fellow. They did that for an ultrasound. I would have thought that they might have got through, but no. And it's taken, there is a fair bit of growth there. It's going to take a long time. I'm really worried people are going to see him around the street and just think he's a strange old stray. Here, I have got your bed ready for you here. You're going to sit there and be a good boy. Come on. Look at my shirt. Come on, be busy. Come on. Sit down. There we go. You sit there. Turn around. Turn around. There you go. If I turn that slightly, you might see his face. He seems to be a favourite of everyone. There you go. Okay, back to Templar Prophecy. And there it is. There it is. Another big one. I've been working up in this top part. I don't know if you can tell, but the black work in the night is black. I did the shield red. I like that idea from, I believe it's a Stitch in Time on YouTube, not the shop. I like that, but I have got spots of red all the way through it, red and pops of black. And this will be finished next year. I might even do, as a lot of other people have done, including Jessie Marie does stuff. I can't even get it straight. Divide the rest of it up by 12 and do it monthly. This was my New Year, New Start for 2020. It is done on 40 count white linen, and as you can see, it's still pretty big and it's still got to go a fair way up here yet. And it is my only New Year, New Start. I haven't finished in the year I started it. But then again, let's face it, 2020 was a shocker. Before and after. You can see I worked in around the night, trying to fill in that dark circle. I do have to, and I thought I'd already done it, I obviously haven't. I do have to undo a couple of the butterflies in the vacant moon because they should have been red, because all the butterflies are red. But I can fix that later. So that's Templar Prophecy. No, you don't want to see that yet. Wrong button. And the last whip to show you is Long Dog Samplers You Belong to Me. An absolute favourite. Haven't been able to keep my hands off this one. So much so it is at 97%. So it has not got much longer to go. And there she is, and I love it. I love it. I love it. There's only that part there to go, which obviously equates to 3%, because Pattern Keeper tells me it's 97 point something percent, but 97%. I love it on the sandy fabric. I started this on the 21st of November 2021. It could possibly be a finish this year. I only have to do 500 stitches, but then I've got 2 more lots of challenges. If I can use it for the challenges, I will use it for the challenges. And though you've already seen a flash of it, that's the before and after. I think I used it for a 2,000 stitch challenge this month, and usually there's at least another couple of 500 stitches in the fortnightly challenges to use it for. And that's all the whips I'm going to show you. 2 of the others are sitting here on their boards, all ready to go for next month because they were finished already. So I've only got a couple of, I've got my standard threads of the month. These are Classic Colourworks. The Mermaids, oh yeah, it is blue. I thought it might have been a green, but it is definitely a blue. Marmalade. Marvelous, Green Meadow, Mermaid's Fin, A Lady's Teal and Mint Julep. And there you can probably better see the navy blue of Mermaid's Fin. Gentle Arts. These are very pretty browns and greens. We have got Old Purple Paint, Peacock, Pebble, Pecan Pie, Picnic Basket and Pine. You're making yourself comfortable over there, Miss Bruce. And Weeks Dye Works. We have got Iris, Alcidorma, Island Breeze, Ivy, Jack-o'-lantern and Jaybird. Very pretty. Then I've just got a couple of things from Stash Online, a couple of patterns which are really nice. And the other thing I did buy is I did manage to find the replacement charms for the ones I put on. If I go this way, you can see, look, there's my collector and the threads on the drawers there. Sampler of stitches. So I'll be able to add those. I add those charms because I found, I've got them here. Need something dark. Probably can't see them that well. A lot smaller dragonfly, a lot smaller moon, and I found a really cute heart treasure. There we go. To replace a big huge one that just doesn't quite look right. Just doesn't quite look right. So then I'll be able to frame that and I'll show it to you fully framed. And I just bought 4 patterns from Stash and Load from 2 different ladies. This is Sir Gilly's Design. Sir Gilly's Designs, and this is just called Christmas Santa Roll. And it's the actual kit. I have got the others in this series. This is Zoo Lineup from the trilogy. I've got the little boys one, but I like those animals and I thought they might come handy. This one's very cute. This is from Thread Connections. Thread Connections. It's called Recess. It's just all these little cats, but look at these little tiny baby ones. I feel like getting one of those blooming necklaces. Look at the tiny ones sitting down on the bottom. They're just so minute, but they've done them so well. So I couldn't pass that one up. And this last one made me laugh. This is a pair trip. What time is it? It's only 10:30. There's no excuse. Prairie Moon called Dad Bought the Last Tree. And when I saw it, I just laughed and laughed. I thought that was beautiful. It is just so cute. And those string of beads, I don't know where they got them from. But I've actually got a very similar one. So it's called Dad Bought the Last Tree. So basically, that is it. Short and sweet. Probably because I haven't shown you. Where are you going? Where are you going? Come back here and say goodbye. Come on. Come on. Come on, you poor bugger. You look like a mess, don't you? You look like a mess. You look like no one loves you, and that's not true. So I'll leave it there. It can be a nice and short one this month. Look at the people. They all love you. I wish you all well. Hope you're not going mad leading up to Christmas. Like I said, it's the 7th of December. I only started my Christmas shopping yesterday, which is out of the ordinary. The house isn't decorated, which is out of the ordinary, but I will get there. I will get there. I'm getting a little better every day. Like yesterday, I did a whole heap of shopping online and went and picked some up. It's in Click and Collects. They're still doing that in town. and one of them I couldn't get for the grandsons, and I clicked and collected that from Canberra where my children are, and my daughter went and picked it up, so she'll drop it off before Christmas, so the grandkids are covered, and that's pretty much the main thing. We'll just finish up with the stats. So November, 26,887 stitches. So for the year, 330,501. And every time I see that number, I think, geez, I could have had a lot done on that HAED. But the thing is, you wouldn't have that many on a HAED because they slow you down changing all the colours. Whereas I've got a lot of them, one-coloured ones. Like You Belong to Me and Tap Dancers, that you get a lot of stitches done because you're not changing your colour every 5 minutes. So I bought 18 whips from 2021. I've had 34 starts. I've had 22 finishes and I've got 30 whips. I think that's slightly... I can't remember if I included my 3 together or just lumped them all together as Christmas whips, but we'll worry about that next month. Like I said, I've already had 5. I've already had 5 finishes this month, so we're heading up. We're not trying to finish everything off, but it's nice that the more you finish, the more you can start. I have got a start coming on the 14th. A group of us are doing Wilbur from, Kogut. I know, Trees Kogut. And it worked out perfectly because one of the prompts from Down Under Divas is Stitch on Pig. So that's going to work out absolutely perfectly. And we selected the 14th of February because that was when Babe was released, the movie Babe. So that's going to work out really well. There might be a couple other starts in there because I've got some patterns that I really want to start. I will be starting I have got a new year, new start plan. It's been on my wish list for ages. It's been sitting there. I also ordered Magwayan from Bella Filipina, and I'm pretty sure that it will probably be just started within seconds of it hitting the books. Absolutely fell in love with that the minute I saw it. And I had people from all over say, have you seen this? Have you seen this? So everyone knows that I like those ladies. So the beads, the pattern, the specialty threads, they've all been ordered and I believe they're all on their way, and I should get them on Friday, if not tomorrow. So you may get started before January. I've got the Red Mermaid will be starting in May with Kelly from Animal Instincts and Joe from Joe Belushi. I believe we're starting that in May, and I think Amanda from Pennington Terrace may also be starting that with us. And keep waiting for that new year, new start to just come out, just be there. And you know what? I can't think of what it is. Not to worry. You'll probably see it very shortly. I wish you all well. Try and keep sane leading up to Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas with your family, friends. Have a great time, and I'll see you in the new year. Merry Christmas, everyone. Bye.